What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinema Scumbags Movie Podcast, episode 171. I'm Seth.
I'm Nick.
We got a special guest on with us today, our friend Bryan. How's it going, man?
How's it going, guys? I'm really excited to be here.
First
Good
time you're
to,
on ours.
yeah, good to have you
Yes.
on. We actually did a appearance on your podcast. What was that, like a couple months ago now?
Yeah, it was like 2 months ago, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Love that podcast. That's one of my favorites we've ever
I
done.
know.
Was on
That
yours.
was, I agree. I was like, damn, this is good stuff.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
And that is the Film Fragments Podcast. Bryan, where can the audience find you?
So, Film Fragments is available on any podcasting platform. We have a guest on every single week talking about their favorite films from an actor, director, or genre. I had Seth and Nick on a few months ago to talk about the best films from Tom Hanks. And we have so many wonderful topics coming up, like Adam Driver, Andrew Garfield, so many cool
Ooh.
topics coming up down the road. And I can't wait on, and I'm excited to be here. I mean, like, I gushed to you guys when you guys came on my show, and now it feels surreal to be on here because I've been listening pretty much since the beginning. I was still in high school at
So
that point,
crazy.
and it's just crazy. It's crazy that
What the
you
hell
guys
you
have
been doing
doing
with
this
your
for so
time,
long.
Bryan?
And I honestly, I don't know. I ask myself that every
So do
single
I.
day, but
It's okay.
No, you got a good
but no,
podcast over
it's
there.
an honor to be on here.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you. I
course.
appreciate it.
Good to have you on. And I feel like, and you guys listen, if you like our show, you like Bryan's stuff. He actually has chicks on his podcast,
Wow.
and they're
What's
good looking
that?
chicks. You don't get that too often on a movie podcast. So,
Not
Bryan,
ours, that's for sure.
so cheers to you, brother.
So
So, what are we doing
we
today?
brought you on today so that you could pretty much control the conversation.
Yeah.
You have a knowledge of the circuit of films, smaller films that are going to be coming out soon, and like what is it you say you're going to go to some of them, or
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the New York Film Festival, which is like a month from right now. They're showing a lot of films, including Noah Baumbach's next movie. They're showing Luca Guadagnino's next movie.
oh,
They're premiering this movie called She Said with Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. There's a
Ooh.
lot of cool stuff coming to the festival. There's a lot of really interesting stuff. Unfortunately, the whale is not going to be there, which upsets me. But otherwise, there's a lot of really exciting smaller films coming out later this year, where it's on Netflix or from A24, from other smaller distribution companies. It's going to be a pretty stacked fall movie season. Like, I'm really excited. This is my
I
favorite time of the year
I
personally when it
agree.
comes to
It's when the
movies.
smaller stuff comes out and quote unquote like the better stuff
That's
Yeah.
subsequently comes out.
usually every year, are like when these movies start to come out. That's when I find stuff that like I hadn't heard of, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, this is one of my favorites of the year.
Right. It's a nice
Yeah.
variety too. Like, it's not just the smaller independent stuff. Like, there's a lot
Right.
for everybody to appreciate, which is nice because I feel like for most of the year, there's just big budget blockbusters. You get some indies sprinkled throughout the year, but really it's the fall where there's a great mix of all of
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
everybody to
Award
enjoy.
season stuff.
So do you
So,
you go to like the entire festival? Like, there's like a week-long thing, or how does it work?
So the New York Film Festival is pretty much scattered throughout 2 weeks. It's a
Okay.
pretty long festival, but there's a lot of really great stuff that comes. Last year, I went to the premiere of the tragedy Macbeth, which was really exciting. Denzel was
Nice.
there,
that's
Francis,
cool.
Joel Cohen. I saw The Irishman at its world premiere a few years ago. That was really exciting. Like,
Shit.
I said that I would never drop that much money to go to a film festival, but when they announced that that was the opening night film, I'm like, all right, time to spend $450 to be one of the
Yeah.
first people to
So
see The
like
Irishman.
I don't blame
And
you there.
it
to
was
pay
surreal.
that, like, are you paying for a ticket to go to the festival and then see what you want to see, or do you have to pay for each film you want to see?
No, so what they do is you pick passes, and it's say you want to see The Irishman, like the opening night film. So you buy an opening night pass, and then you get 10 additional films of your choice
Okay.
with it. So when the schedule drops, you just pick whatever films you want to see. And if you want to add additional films, then you just have to buy separate tickets for
So it's
said
like a la
films.
carte.
Exactly.
Nice,
Interesting.
nice,
That's
man.
exciting.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
We
Well,
don't
we'll
get
be
anything
talking
like that
about
around here. Oh, but Kevin Smith added Iowa City to his Clerks 3 tour, so
Well, he's stopping
Wow.
here. Well, he's stopping here first in New Jersey because it only
Yes.
makes sense.
It only makes sense. That's
Good
our big
God.
film event around here.
Well, before we get started deep into this episode, second try at this, we have an affiliate now.
Took
You know,
us like 7 years to become sellouts.
I know we finally have something worth talking about. Somebody wants to give us some money. But anybody out there listening, a fan of movies, I've got the perfect thing for you. Movie palettes. So, it's upside down. So, looking at this is a film. What film do you think this is based on looking at the colors of the strips?
Take a guess, Brian.
What do you think it is, Brian?
Big Fat Liar.
Well, there's not enough blue and orange for it to be Big Fat Liar. This is movie palettes. And here is how it works. Movie palettes are created by a team of artists who carefully choose colors for our canvas paintings. Firstly, the most common color of each scene in the movie is found. Colorful stripes are then put on the canvas in chronological order from left to right. Seth's falling asleep again like he was for the blue screen.
No, we're good.
Length of each stripe represents the length of a scene in the movie. So each color represents a scene in the movie, and how long the stripe is how long it is in the movie. So, for example, this is Saving Private Ryan. This big black strip, I'm guessing, is probably the scene in the church where Tom Hanks and Tom Sizemore are having their discussion about their real life things. But yeah, moviepalettes.com. If you use code Slacker15, you get 15% off. And if you don't find your favorite movie from the selection they have, you can have your own favorite movie created by them. So you can find pretty much anything on there.
Do you think they do one for Bucky Larson, Born to Be a Star?
Seth, if you pay the price, they'll make you nice.
Okay. You heard the man. Moviepalettes.com. Is that it?
Moviepalette.com.
Moviepalette.com. We appreciate you guys reaching out to us and letting us experience the product. So
Yeah.
you guys listening, go check it out.
Yeah, good high quality stuff. Love this. Gonna find the perfect place for it. Anyways, back at it.
Well, now that we've shilled some products,
Yeah.
take it away.
Just wanted to see how long we could let the awkward silence linger.
Take it away.
We did have a few deaths I wanted to bring up. Seth, I'm surprised you didn't text me about this one, but we lost. We lost Raymond Briggs.
I didn't even see that.
You didn't even see that.
No.
Raymond Briggs, for those who don't know, Seth?
An author
Of
The Snowman, one of the
Snowman.
greatest Christmas films ever, one of the greatest animated things I've ever seen, holiday classic. That's sad though, but he had to be about 90 something. I mean, that guy was old.
I think he was like 80 something. No, but yeah, just we talked about him somewhat recently, and
Guess that wasn't enough to become like a national story because I didn't see anything about it.
Of course not. Maybe in good old Great Britain, but not over here in the States.
Oh,
We
that's a
don't
tough
know
one.
good stories.
That's a tough one. Watch The Snowman, folks, if you haven't.
Yeah. Prime, Amazon Prime. We did have, this is the big one. I know me and Bryan were a little upset about this one. Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's horrible.
Now I will say that you are right. There's not much more beyond Grease.
Look,
Xanadu for people that like that, I guess.
I've been very vocal about my distaste for Grease, and that's fine. But I can acknowledge its cultural impact, I guess. It's a very popular movie, and a lot of people love it. So that was kind of a big loss.
It was
Yeah.
cancer. I think I don't know. I think she had it a couple times.
She had it over, from what I read, like 30 years. It was like
Yeah.
on and off for 30
Shit.
years. I mean,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah,
She
it's a long
battled it
time to
for
deal with
long.
Horrible.
It was very sad. I grew up
Yeah.
watching Grease a lot. Me and my
Me
sister
too.
would watch it all the time growing up, and it was very sad. Like, I was at work when I found out, and
Me too. I just started weeping in my cubicle.
I didn't realize that she was only 73 for some weird reason. I thought she was a little old. I didn't realize that she was.
Yeah, that's not that old.
No, it's not.
No, well, speaking of not old, we lost Anne Heche as well.
Oh, this is terrible.
This
Yeah,
is
this
just kind
is
of fucked up. Like,
It
This is
really
horrible.
is.
yeah, I mean, really, just a strange scenario.
Yeah.
Well, do you know, Bryan, what happened?
She was driving a car, I think in LA, and then she like crashed into someone's house and she had severe burns, and then she was in a coma for I think about a week, and then they pulled the plug on her.
Yeah.
But she had apparently had a troubling couple of years from what I read. I haven't really
Troubling
seen a lot of
life.
stuff troubled life. I haven't really seen a lot of her stuff, but I knew the name, of course. But it's very sad. 53 years old.
That's
that's
it's
awful.
horrible.
Yeah, I think what had happened is she crashed her car and people tried to stop her, and then she drove off again, crashed into somebody's house, and then
Yeah, did you see like that video as soon as they pulled her out? Like she sat up and like she was alert.
Yeah,
it must have been once they got her into the hospital, and it's too bad. Not that she's like a huge actress or anything, but that's just a shitty scenario,
Yeah,
awful,
a horrible situation.
A viewing of Cedar Rapids is in order with Ed Helms, Anne Heche, John C. Reilly. Now that's
a good movie. That's a
Didn't
classic.
you watch it already after that?
No, I didn't. Been too busy watching The Little Rascals and other bullshit.
God, it must have been a fun weekend with Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, let's watch Little Rascals.
Hey, Dad, let's go to the dispensary and watch some comedies.
Well, that sounds like fun.
It was a blast.
We also had Leon Vitali passed away.
This I saw. I thought this was a bummer. But I feel like a lot of people won't even know who that is.
Right. And for people that don't, he's best known for, he was in Barry Lyndon, but I think he might best be known for being Stanley Kubrick's like right-hand man.
Yeah.
Pretty
if
much
you guys
doing
haven't
everything.
seen that documentary from a couple years ago, it's Film Worker. It was on Netflix. It probably still is, but just about all the kind of behind the scenes stuff with Kubrick, and from that guy's point of view. I mean, he was very involved. He really some interesting stuff in that documentary, like some firsthand stories from him about like, they were, I can't remember what movie they were working on, but it was like Christmas Day and he just got chewed out by Kubrick, like on like Merry Christmas, and that guy was just permanently in the zone about being a perfectionist.
But he must have loved the guy because of all the directors to work with, Stanley Kubrick doesn't seem like the easiest one.
And I believe he put the finishing edits on Eyes Wide Shut after he passed. I think
crazy.
It was kind of in his hands, but really strange because I was at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, and as soon as I left, I heard about him passing.
Bizarre.
Really, yeah. It was like the time I was in Miami. I went to some Scarface film locations. As soon as I got in the car, Robert Loggia passed away.
Wow,
I must be that powerful, huh?
You have the shining.
You want some ice cream, dog?
You want some ice cream?
Shit.
That's funny. But that's it as far as deaths. We did have a certain topic, Bryan, that we wanted to talk about that we found out to be interesting.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you want to talk about it?
Bryan, we're terrible hosts. We never have guests on. So anytime you want to jump in, you could, you're free range on the show.
Anytime you want to save us, go ahead.
We don't have guests.
So this topic is really like incredibly nuts. So
you could say it's wild.
It's wild. So Olivia Wilde has a film coming out in a few weeks called Don't Worry, Darling, with Florence Pugh and Harry Styles and other people. Yeah, brilliant stuff.
to be honest though, I watched the trailer. It looks kind of interesting.
I think it looks kind of good actually.
But after what's been coming out, I'm a little...
now it's like a bloodbath. So the film is actually premiering at the Venice Film Festival in less than a week, I think, at the time of this recording. So when the film was first announced, right at the height of the pandemic, it was announced that Shia LaBeouf was actually going to be starring in the role that ended up going to Harry Styles.
Oh.
But a few months before they started filming, it was reported that Olivia Wilde fired him from the movie. Well, apparently that's bullshit because
to
Shia
save Florence
yeah,
Pugh.
yeah, to save Florence Pugh. So Shia came out and sent all this stuff to Variety about how he didn't get fired. He quit the film himself.
Wow.
And then there was this video that got leaked that Olivia sent to him saying that we want you back or something along those lines. Like, what's the truth? Like, who's lying?
I didn't know anything about this. This is quite the soap opera.
This just broke like 2 days ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 days.
So
yeah.
The interesting thing too, like we said, Shia was it was reported that he was fired because he was, acting like Shia. He was
impossible to work with.
Yeah, they were trying to protect Florence Pugh and all the other people. Like, this is where it came out that she said she wanted a no assholes policy on her set. All the while, she brings on Harry Styles, fucks around with him, leaves her husband.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Jason Sudeikis.
Fuck.
And now they are still talking about how Shia was a menace on the set, and now it's coming out that she made a video trying to get Shia to come back.
So when you say
and not related to Shia LaBeouf, but there's been constant discussions over the last few months that Florence and her didn't get along, and now it's reported that after the Venice Film Festival is done, she's not doing any other press for the movie. But people are saying it's because she's filming Dune Part 2 right now, but a lot of people are thinking it's because of her feud with Olivia.
And I also heard from my sources that Florence actually had to mop up the rest of the movie, and
that's another thing that's been going on too.
Of it.
Oh my
God. It's a wild mess, but
that's a whole soap opera. When you say they wanted to protect Florence Pugh, like what? Because Shia LaBeouf is such a danger to women on the set, or something like that.
Yes, yeah, that's what you. That's how I would. Have assumed it was meant.
I'm a big fan of Shia LaBeouf, but it is kind of funny how he always finds himself in the middle of this type of shit.
All the time.
Like anytime there's controversy, it just like is drawn to him.
But for once, it doesn't seem like it was him.
Yeah, it almost seems like, maybe we'll pin it on him because he's got a horrible track record and nobody will question it,
And then I will cheat on my husband with Harry Styles.
That's something else. What's the name of this movie?
Don't worry, darling.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a whole fiasco.
The setup, it's got like a Stepford Wives feel to it. Looks interesting, but
it looks good. It's just so sad that now when I go watch this movie, this is all going to be in the back of my head. And when they premiere this movie at the Venice Film Festival, a prestigious film festival, I guarantee 90% of the press is going to try to ask questions regarding this drama.
Yeah, of course.
Like, what else are they going to ask about?
It'll be a major distraction, for that film. Definitely. Man, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Crazy story, but moving on.
Hey, didn't you guys see the trailer for Pinocchio with Tom Hanks?
I did not watch the full trailer.
I have not seen the trailer for it.
I didn't even know that was coming out. I was just scrolling through Disney Plus. It's like available in a week. I watched
it comes out like next week or something.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I didn't even know this was the thing, man.
They're making two Pinocchio movies this year. It's him and Guillermo is making one too. The Guillermo one looks really good, but
that's right.
This one, I don't know how I feel about it.
And then Roberto Benigni made one somewhat recently too.
Yeah,
I don't know what the thing is with Pinocchio.
Yeah,
I don't know either.
Any of you guys ever see Geppetto with Drew Carey? That's a good one.
I watched that movie religiously when I was like 3 years old, and that's it.
That's what kickstarted your love of cinema.
Yes, Geppetto starring Drew Carey.
What a film! What a film!
Yeah, that was going to be one of the first movies we talked about because it comes out, like you said.
Yeah,
well, September 8th is when it comes out. But
sorry to jump into the.
No, that's all right.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm like, Tom Hanks, Geppetto.
Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, Zemeckis. I'm like, it looked about how I would expect it to look, but
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever,
It looks like Pinocchio from the original movie.
Yeah.
Whereas Guillermo's looks
it's gonna
like
be
how
like
you
dark,
would expect from a movie with him.
Yeah.
He's also coming out with like this horror anthology show or something on Netflix. Guillermo is. It looks
Rupert
cool.
Grint's in it.
Oh. Good to see the man finally got some more work.
Sign me up. He's been in that Shyamalan show on Apple.
Good for him.
That I guess is pretty good. And then Shyamalan, he's got a new movie coming out, I think, at the end of the year. Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
that's early next year.
I think it might be early next year.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's better than Old. That movie sucked. That movie sucked.
I will always support M. Night.
So
they're
going to be in a cabin and something's going to knock on the door, but what's it going to be?
Old age.
An extraterrestrial?
God.
Alzheimer's coming at the door. It's going to be the affliction Bruce Willis has now coming to the door.
Oh my God.
See, the thing with M. Night, though, like when I was watching Old, the whole time you're just like trying to like, okay, what is the fucking outrageous twist going to be? You know, you just gotta come to expect that. That's why like Signs is awesome,
let's
because it's not
talk about that because you watched it recently.
I did. After you were talking about it, I'm like, you know what? It's been a long time. I'd just like to go back and revisit stuff. And man, that I think I might have enjoyed it more the other day than I ever have. I mean, it's really aged. It's aged very well. It's a really good movie.
I'm obsessed with that movie.
Yeah, it's really good. Almost not. I mean, I guess it is kind of a jab, but it almost seems a little too good to be an M. Night film. You know, I don't know.
I mean that very beginning of that very beginning of his career was like an anomaly, and then the next Spielberg, and then ever since he's kind of not really delivered that same thing.
It's really good, and it just builds good suspense. It doesn't show too much, and some of that shit though, like I didn't even remember like him cutting off the alien's fingers under the door.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, what the hell?
That scream like lived with me forever.
Yeah, it's that's a damn good film.
And then the transition to the birds flying away, like that always stayed with me.
It's really good.
Glad you liked it. Better than seeing it 2.5 and having to end my life.
Oh no.
Well, why don't we jump into some of these movies coming out for the rest of the year? So you say you're going to be going to NYFF?
Yes, good old NIF.
What's on Bryan's priority list for this festival?
So I have it written down on my phone. Let me pull it up. So White Noise, which does not have a release date. So White Noise, which doesn't have a release date yet, but it is scheduled to come out later this year. That's Noah Baumbach's new movie, which they just dropped the trailer for a few days ago, the teaser for it, and it looks really cool. I'm very
Are you a big fan of him?
I love Noah Baumbach.
Yeah.
Marriage Story is one of my favorite films of like the past 10 years. I love While We're Young, the Meyerowitz stories, Squid and the Whale.
Squid and the Whale has become one of my favorite movies.
Squid and that the kid that played the young kid, he actually just directed a movie. Yeah, he just directed a movie that's set here in Jersey.
It's called Funny Pages, right?
Yep, Funny Pages. I'm hoping to see it at some point.
Also, son of Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline and Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
I prefer Chris Klein from American Pie, but
you and me both.
Oh God! I'm sorry. I don't think Chris Klein could have done that well in the Ice Storm.
He's in two of the best movies of all time: American Pie and Election.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Benchwarmers too.
Well, I mean, if you want to include that, sure, we can include that.
I do love Election,
and he's also in one of the best shows of all time, Wilfred.
I do love Wilfred. Oh my God, I love Wilfred, but I forgot about that. You know who
else
is in Wilfred?
That's a great fucking show.
That's an
Allison Mack is also in Wilfred.
Oh my God, that's right.
Allison Smack.
You could brand me.
That's where the psychotic state started in that show.
Well, that's funny too, because she is like a fucking weirdo in that show.
She was really weird, and then everything came out about her, and I'm like, well, it all makes sense now.
It makes sense. Yeah,
some things just add up perfectly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do want to see that Funny Pages though.
Yeah, same. So what else is on this list? Armageddon Time, which is James Gray's next movie.
Ooh.
You're a big fan of him now, aren't you, Seth?
I've really
I also love James. What's your favorite film from him, Seth?
Two Lovers.
That's my favorite film from him too.
Movie is amazing.
It's so good.
I saw Ad Astra and I didn't really care for it. And then I went back and rewatched it when it came out on Blu-ray or whatever. I'm like, fuck, this is really
that's
good.
A great movie too. All this stuff is great. Every single film he's done is great.
And then I've kind of been working my way through his filmography and I haven't really been disappointed yet. So
I highly recommend The Yards and We Own the Night. with both Joaquin and Mark Wahlberg. Both of those movies are great too.
I saw We Own the Night. It was fantastic. I do need to watch The Yards though.
The Yards is really fucking good.
Yeah.
What else is coming
We Own the
out?
Night was one of those
Wait.
Blu-rays I picked up at like a Blockbuster
No,
closing sale, and I
that's-
never watched it. I got rid of it for some stupid
Oh
reason.
no, it's so
it's
good.
a good one. Yeah,
It's really good. It's
Yeah,
probably one of the better Mark Wahlberg movies. Like,
Oh,
and
well, that's
he's
not
not in
saying-
it like a big chunk, but it's really good. Joaquin is unbelievable, and
I feel like Ad
Uh,
Astra will have like a second wind at some point. People will finally appreciate it.
That is so just like I don't know. It's like
that's the
Apocalypse
kind
Now.
of sci-fi that I love.
Yeah,
I want more sci-fi like Ad Astra because that's
Yeah.
like one of the
Yeah.
best. Like I know everybody talked about Brad in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that year, and he was great in that movie, but I think Ad Astra was the better performance from him that year.
I agree with that, man. That's a fantastic film. And
Both
you get
subtle performances.
Liv Tyler sprinkled in that art house performance. Oh wow. Oh, Liv.
Beautiful
And
stuff.
Ad Astra,
Yeah.
and then you
Beautiful
get Chris Cooper. Old Chris Cooper. I
Uh,
love Chris.
what
I
else
love
am I
closet
watching?
Wait,
Chris
what was it?
Cooper.
What is the new what is the new James Gray film?
Oh, so it's called Armageddon Time, and it's a coming of age film based on his childhood, and it has Anne Hathaway, Jeremy Strong, and Anthony Hopkins.
Okay, I think I've got this.
Interesting.
I remember stumbling across this arena, but I'm like, damn, that
And
sounds
it's
great.
coming out at the end of October. It premiered at Cannes, and it's gonna have like a special premiere, like United States premiere
Okay.
at the New York Film Festival, which is very
Sweet.
exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Women
one to look out
Talking, which has a great ensemble of female leads. There's Frances McDormand, Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley. Great.
Oh.
Like I love all four of them, so I'll watch anything
God
that they're in.
damn.
The premise sounds really heartbreaking, and it could be one of those movies that like pisses people off, but I think with the talent involved, it sounds really great. And it's directed by Sarah Pauli,
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
who hasn't directed a film in years. It's been a long time she's
I want to see
directed
that
anything.
documentary she put out a few years
It was
ago.
great.
So
in
do
Dawn
I.
of the Dead.
That's
Yeah.
a great movie too.
Yeah. What an odd filmography.
Yeah, and she went from being like this actress that's in these horror movies and random stuff, and now she's like an Academy level filmmaker.
Yeah.
Like,
Did
she
you
even-
ever go ahead?
No, go ahead.
Did you ever watch Men?
I did. I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't
I've
really
been-
like it.
I've been wanting to watch it just because I like Jessie Buckley a lot. But
Jessie Buckley is literally a sweetheart. I I met her a few years ago.
Of
Really?
course you did.
Yeah, of course I did.
I would like crumble in my pants if I ever.
I will tell you right now
It's
that the night I met her, I had never heard of her before. She was at this film festival here in Jersey playing Wild Rose, which is a criminally underrated film that nobody talks about anymore, which is so sad. And because I was pressed for this festival, because I was in college at the time and I wrote for the school paper, I met her. It was like a crowded party. And I'll tell you right now, it was very loud. I couldn't understand half the stuff that she was telling me because her Irish accent is
her
so
Irish
fucking
accent.
thick.
Yeah.
It's so thick, but she is literally so sweet. We talked for 5 minutes. We had a drink together. I think
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
exactly what she had. She
Jesus
had like
Christ.
I think she had like a vodka tonic. I don't know. I remember it so well, like it was yesterday, but it was so long ago. No, she was really sweet, and
I'd never.
I'm
forget
very
that.
excited for that.
Yeah, the first thing I ever saw her in was a show called Taboo with Tom.
Oh,
Hardy.
with Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
Nick
And I've
couldn't
just
even he couldn't even compose himself around Jason Mewes. You think he could sit there and have a drink with that chick?
I wouldn't. I couldn't. I'd see her and I'd just turn around and
This
walk
would be
out.
you.
Me too.
Like
Oh
touches
my-
your arm and
Oh no! When Jessica Chastain touched my arm, this was me inside.
Yeah,
I was gone. I was
I
gone.
Don't blame you.
I was gone. Oh my god! What else
Wow,
am I seeing?
that'll be a good clip for a podcast preview.
What else am
Oh,
I seeing?
shit.
I just lost the list. Bones and All. Oh, that's with Taylor Russell and Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah,
It's
that's
from
Luca's
Luca's next film.
Okay.
And there was a
okay.
recent interview that came out where someone's like, "Did you make this film because of like the Army Hammer cannibalism stuff?" He's like, "I didn't even think about that when making this movie.
Is it
Bullshit.
about cannibals?
It's
Yeah.
two cannibal lovers."
Oh
80s.
shit!
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't think about that? Fucking liar.
Wasn't he supposed to do like a sequel to Call Me by Your Name though? Is
They
that like
never
a
should
trilogy
make
or
it.
something?
They never should make a sequel to that. That's like one of the best movies of all time.
It's so good. That ending is great.
And
whole
now
thing's
Army
great.
Hammer is working at a hotel now.
Damn,
Yeah, it's selling timeshares or whatever.
Yeah.
he got hungry.
Oh God. No, bones and all. I'm excited for. She Said, Zoe Kazan, and Carey Mulligan.
Elio, get your ass away from there.
He got hungry.
What else you got?
She Said with Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. It's very fitting that this is premiering at the New York Film Festival because it's about the reporters that broke the whole Me Too movement. I'm only interested in the movie because they're in it, and that's really it. Like, the trailer was so bleh, but because it's them, I love Carrie so much. She's so good, and she's very attractive, and I also like Zoe Kazan too. I've told many people I know to watch Wildlife, and they're all like, "Oh, it's so boring." And I'm like, "You're boring."
Wildlife it's like a tough sell. I kind of get it, but it's if you have a fucking dad, watch the movie.
I mean, if you're you have to recommend that to like people that are are actually into.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, you're into this kind of stuff. Watch it. And they're like, it was okay.
Well, they're not real. They're not real film fans.
They're not.
I thought Carrie was going to get back on track, but sounds like another promising young woman sort of thing.
Well,
but I'm with you. She is charming. I could just watch her, and
she is so good.
Yeah.
You guys like Mumford and Sons?
They're okay,
but she could spit in my coffee. I'd be all right with it.
Oh, Bo Burnham.
I would definitely be Bo Burnham in that situation.
Oh, and then I don't really have too much left.
Well, I've got a list of the rest of the things coming out. So
everything else I have on here, I think, has a release date already announced.
Yeah, but that's very exciting.
I'm so excited. I love going to these film festivals.
We don't usually get into like discussing a lot of stuff like that. It's usually after the fact.
Yeah.
Like I told you guys, a lot of times this time of year, as we get towards the end, that's when stuff starts popping up where I'm like, fuck, I didn't even hear about that movie. Now it's like my favorite of the year.
All the cool stuff is premiering at TIFF, and I'm so angry I can't go. Like, Spielberg's new movie's premiering there. The Whale is playing there. The Son is playing there, which is the follow-up to The Father.
Fuck.
The Knives Out sequel is premiering there. I know you guys weren't big on Knives Out, but that's like a big deal.
Knives Out has gotten better. Wait. Watch for me.
Follow up to The Father, the Anthony Hopkins dementia film.
Well, it's not a sequel. It's just from the same guy who made it as The
Father. Okay.
And fittingly, Anthony Hopkins is actually in it. So,
okay. I'm like, wow, we're getting that's like the least expected sequel ever.
The least expected.
I want my mummy. I want my mummy.
The least expected multiverse ever.
Oh my god!
It's a good movie though.
Dementia, Alzheimer's, cancer. What else?
I think this one's about the divorce, actually.
Oh cool. Yeah, uplifting.
Love a good divorce film.
Yeah.
How's your guys' lists for this year coming so far? I haven't really put mine together yet, but I don't think there's much going on with it.
Well, I have Seth's favorite film at my number one, Everything Everywhere.
So know what though? I understand that. I get it.
No, I understand why there are people that don't like it. I don't. It doesn't affect me. I don't care if you don't like it. Yeah, but I know there's some people that like. If you don't like it, you're uncultured.
Oh well, yeah. You got to be careful when you express your opinion. Really,
I know.
Anywhere.
It's unique.
I had to shut my letterboxed like the comments off, man. I was getting some triggered responses in there, and I didn't want to deal with it.
For that movie?
No, not for that one. What was it? It was I think it was Promising Young Woman. I got shit for one of the Woodstock 99 documentaries. So I just shut all the shit off. I'm like, I don't need
my god,
colored hair freaks.
You're getting triggering comments, so you got triggered and turned it off.
I don't want to have a debate with you. All right, I just want to fucking log the movie and move on.
I just want to hate women on my own terms.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's like my list is like not even existent. There's like 4 films I would put into the list.
I haven't even assembled mine yet. I don't think I've seen a whole lot from this year. I'm gonna try and watch Elvis today.
It's coming on HBO Max, I think, on the 2nd.
Oh shit! I should just wait. I was gonna just stream it.
I liked Elvis. I really liked Elvis, and then after I saw it, I got COVID, and I wasn't happy about it. I was like, Tom Hanks.
You always kind of have a grudge now.
Elvis,
Yeah, I know.
so
It is
bad
a
it
good.
gives you
It is a good
COVID.
movie. Yeah, I know. I love how someone I'm really good friends with wrote on their letterbox. I can't believe Tom Hanks got COVID for this shit.
I
Is that
can.
what he got it from?
Yeah, he was filming that when he got COVID. That's how
Wow.
he got. That's when he became like the first like high profile
I
person to
was
get
gonna say, I
COVID.
remember it's weird, but like I remember where I was sitting and who I was with when I heard about that because it was like, oh shit, this is
When
a
he
real
did
thing now.
die.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now celebrities are getting the shit. Like, we're
But then
done
that's when
for.
it also came out that he got his Greek citizenship, and people were like, "Oh, he's part of Jeffrey Epstein's. He's
You
part
know
of his
what?
entourage."
I don't even care. He's a good actor, so whatever.
Yeah, Elvis was good though. I enjoyed it. So what's
I'll check
coming
it
out
out.
this year?
Well, we'll start with September, since crazy enough, August is almost over.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
I can't believe it. I resubscribed to my Shutter account so I can get some horror stuff going on.
See, I think the problem with you is though you start it too early and then you get burnt out. That's what happens with you.
No, because I
Yeah,
still mix in like the award stuff and all
that's
these other
okay.
things.
I
So
think
I
you
try
need
to
to
give
start
myself
like October 1st and just give it 1 month.
well, I try to give myself time so I'm not like trying to shove every horror
Yes.
movie in while also
It,
watching other
because
things.
that's when it becomes repetitive when you're watching like 20 fucking shitty horror sequels in a row and like you need to
Well,
put in something good.
I don't think there's looking now, I don't think there's a series I need to like really watch the whole thing for the first time.
Sure
So
there is.
like Friday the 13th's done, Halloween's done,
You know what
Nightmare's
time it is?
done.
Phantasm time.
How? If the first one is shit, why would I want to keep going?
First one's great and the sequels are fun.
I don't want fun. I want good. It wasn't fun for me.
Fine, just fucking watch Hocus Pocus 2. Shut up.
Ugh, I will.
It's the Anderson sisters, baby. Got the mug. I'm a 32-year-old man.
God, you definitely frequent that Instagram page every day, looking
Maybe.
for the latest news.
Maybe.
Sarah Jessica Parker pissed herself today.
Keep the show going, will you?
All right, so here we go. September 8th, we'll start out with. As we talked about, Pinocchio is coming out with Tom Hanks, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Disney Plus exclusive.
Yes.
Disney Plus exclusive.
Isn't that so weird though? Like you would just think Tom Hanks, a huge Disney title, and it's exclusive to Disney Plus. Like the
Well,
days of that.
that's
What
what
a
they're doing
weird
with a lot
time.
of these movies. They're
Yeah.
doing it with that Hocus Pocus.
It's
They're doing it with
so-
the Enchanted sequel. They're doing it with
it's-
the Peter Pan movie
Right.
that David Lowery's directed. It's like, why?
Jesus.
Yeah, 10 years ago,
I'm-
if you said Tom Hanks was going to be in a Pinocchio movie, you think, oh, that's going to be a big theater thing, you know?
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of a fan of the way they're doing things now because, like, they don't sit in theaters for so long. Like, The Black Phone is already on Peacock.
Yeah, it comes
Yeah.
out quick.
And not that I care to see the movie, but like Thor: Love and Thunder is coming to Blu-ray next month.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's coming to
there's-
Disney Plus in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like I feel like there was like a fake elongation of leaping films in theaters, and now they
Yeah.
just kind of put them out where they need to.
No,
and-
I'm with you. And I do like that because it lets people that love the theater experience still go if you really want to go. But if you're
Mhm.
not a big theater person, you don't have to wait a year to see the movie, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I know, like, at the time we first had a discussion, we were kind of like, I don't know about this, but like the way they kind of figured it out, I think it's a little
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I'll be watching Halloween Ends
I will be too.
on Paramount Plus, whatever, which one is
Peacock.
it on?
Peacock.
God.
I'll tell you what, that was much better of an experience watching at home than it was going to a theater with a bunch of smelly.
Oh, I got off
yellow
work on like a Friday night, poured a pumpkin beer, and I just
God.
enjoyed the horrible Halloween sequel in peace.
Hopefully it's better than the
So-
last one.
So is it gonna end
It
They're
fucking
both
better
gonna die.
end.
at the same time?
Probably
Like
some shit like that.
the Northman.
Could be. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. One of them's gonna be stabbed in the heart. One of them's gonna get decapitated.
Oh my
And
god.
I'll be watching, and then I'll keep watching every sequel that comes out afterwards, like a
Me
sucker.
too. Me
Ugh.
too. Me too. September 9th. I've been hearing this horror film is like the horror film to watch this year. It's called Barbarian. It has Bill Skarsgård and Justin Long in it.
Oh
But-
wow.
It's about a woman who is traveling to Detroit for a job interview. She books a rental home, but somebody's already living in it. and she decides to stay in it anyway.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it when I went and saw, I think it was Black Phone actually, and I thought it looked pretty good. And I've seen a couple people throughout the internet sphere saying, "Oh, this is pretty good film." So that's cool,
Horror
Cool.
icon Bill Skarsgård.
right? And Justin Long,
Justin
if you
Long.
like Jeepers Creepers.
The man
and
was in
child touching.
Tusk.
Ooh, forgot about Tusk.
Tusk, baby. New
I
Jersey
like-
represent.
I liked Tusk when I saw it. Well, speaking of Tusk, September 13th, Kirk's free.
Yes.
Are you
Let's
going
go.
Are you going to the one theater to see this?
I honestly thought about going to the Iowa City event, but I don't know if I want to sit and watch it with those people. So I
Oh
might
my
just wait.
god, that might be worse than a Marvel film.
Yeah, and
I-
he's going to be there, and I don't know if I want to go.
I already met him. I don't need to see him in person again.
Yeah,
Like
once is enough.
One and done. That's
Yeah.
it for me.
He just
I
seems
understand that.
exhausting.
I rather
Yeah.
just go to a regular theater to watch it, where I know that there's not going to be many people watching it.
But you could hear another story about his heart attack again.
No, I'm good. He's a really nice man, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
Like-
I know what you mean.
Did we get confirmation that Marilyn Ghigliotti is going to be in it?
Well, she's on one of the posters, so
I think she's in it.
Well, she's
Yeah,
showing up on the cast, and I didn't know.
I'm guessing it'll be about a minute of screen time.
She'll probably be like one of the characters that comes in and
Yeah.
says one of the jokes. If it's anything like the first one, I'm in. If it's anything like the second one, I'm
It
out.
looks more like the first one than the second one, so you might be all right.
September 16th. I thought this one looked pretty interesting. See How They Run with Saoirse Ronan and Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, this looks good. I'm very
Saoirse.
interested in this.
It kind of gives me like a little bit of a Grand Budapest vibe. It's an American
I'll stay away from that one then.
Well,
an American film producer visits London in the 1950s to adapt a play, but things go off the rails when crew members are murdered. And there's a
Awesome.
guy in it. Richard Attenborough is a character in it.
oh,
He's probably directing the play or something, or he's acting in the play that's in the movie.
Huh.
Like
So
his
somebody's
character, somebody's
portraying
playing
Richard
him.
Attenborough.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Good luck.
well, hopefully it's better than French Dispatch. I know that's the only good part of French Dispatch to me was when Bill Murray
Credits.
fired that kid and went, really?
Yeah, that is the fucking best part. I'm not a big fan of newspaper films or hotel films.
Newspaper
Two
film.
of my least favorite genres.
Oh my
Except The
God.
Shining is a good hotel film.
Well,
That
there's
is
a
a-
lot of newspapers in Grand Budapest, so it's a lot of newspapers and hotels.
There is. We got a minute left. Should cut it here. We'll
Okay.
start another
All
one.
right.
Brian, give me about 5 minutes and we'll send you another invite.
Sounds good.
Coming up on the same day, though, why we need this, I don't know, but the prequel to Ty West's film from last year, X, or this year, X,
This year,
Pearl.
Why do we need anything else from Ty West, anyways? Guy
Well, we
gets 2 thumbs down.
I agree, because X sucked. Sucks.
I liked X.
Oh,
yeah,
of
I'm not
course you
surprised.
did. God,
Why did you like it?
I actually haven't seen it, so I can't talk about it.
I've only seen it one. I really enjoy it.
Big
Honestly,
fan
I
of
went in.
porn.
No, I went into it with incredibly low expectations. I thought it looked like shit, and then I ended up
It
really
was.
being surprised by it. I guess my low expectations really helped. I don't
That'll
know.
do
I've only seen it the one time. I don't think it was like incredible, but
I wish
I
I
had a
could
good
go
time with
into
it.
every movie with low expectations because I'd probably enjoy it a lot more. I think
Yeah.
for some reason I'm always expecting too much.
Perhaps, but now we're getting a prequel to the murderous character in X and why she is a
I don't know
sexual
why we need a
deviant.
prequel. I don't know why we need a prequel though. I really like, as someone who liked X, I don't really think we need a prequel.
This is the
I-
beginning of
I don't know.
A24 becoming Blumhouse.
Oh
I like
no.
Mia Goth though. Mia Goth.
yeah, Mia Goth is good.
There are times where she can look a little weird, but there's other times where she looks like.
Uh,
Also, has a baby with Shia.
That's
I
right.
think they're together actually.
Yeah, they got back together. He brought that up in this email to Olivia.
Good. I'm glad to see that.
brought it up in the soap opera.
Well, speaking of the soap opera, September 23rd. Don't worry, darling.
That's it.
That's
Eric's
the
been
one.
texting me like nonstop about, oh, this movie looks so good. Which is like surprising for him.
Anytime that guy gives me any sort of film opinion, I just kind of shrug it off.
I know, I do too. But most of the time, it's just him trying to get a rise.
Oh, it is. I've been
Doesn't
playing
work.
that game for years with that guy.
It doesn't work on me, brother. A week later, September 28th. I'm very excited for this, but Blonde, the Marilyn Monroe film.
I'm really excited for that. I'm
Oh.
really excited.
A little controversy with this one too.
NC-17.
Oh, I didn't know that, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
awesome.
NC-17.
Yeah, there's a apparent rape scene that goes
Oh, well, people were giving her shit for her accent coming through in the portrayal.
Yeah, I think they could have gotten somebody better, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hot though. So.
I was gonna say that. She
Yeah,
was
I mean, yeah, she looks good. So
I just rewatched Some Like It Hot like 3 days ago. Masterpiece.
good one, man. It's a good one.
Masterpiece.
You guys ever see the Marilyn movie with Michelle Williams?
Oh God, My Week in Maryland. Yeah,
That's a good movie too.
Yeah,
I
that
like
is pretty
that one
good.
a lot.
Oh, Michelle.
I finally watched the movie that they're portraying in that, The Prince and the Showgirl, and it's not that
forgettable.
great. It's very
Yeah.
forgettable. Yeah, very
No,
forgettable.
I'll definitely check out that one though with Anna. That'll
Yeah,
look pretty
Blonde
solid.
coming straight to Netflix. Well, maybe not straight. Maybe it's gonna go for a theatrical release so it can get some Oscar recognition. But it's coming to Netflix. But then 2 days later, Hocus Pocus 2. Seth, this is all you.
Bryan, you know how you were just talking about low expectations? I think on the day I sit down to watch this one on Netflix, I'm gonna go in with the lowest of low expectations so I can at least enjoy it.
You kind of have to for a movie like this. I mean, what else is it gonna be?
It's gonna be
Like,
bad. But I'm gonna
yeah.
try, and I'm gonna go in expecting nothing. So even if it's decent at best, I'll enjoy it.
Exactly.
I got a good vibe from the trailer, but that means nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
The same day, though, we're getting an Ice Storm reunion. The Good House, starring Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver.
Wow.
I don't know what it's about. It doesn't say, but Beverly D'Angelo's in it too.
Oh.
But I got excited about an Ice Storm.
I wish they'd make another
reunion.
classic vacation movie where they take the grandkids on a trip with Beverly and Chevy.
Yeah.
Nobody else. I just go fuck myself.
Just go fuck yourself. Speaking of things that you can watch and go fuck yourself with, The Greatest Beer Run Ever, directed by Peter Farrelly.
Oh, people are pissed about this online because
Why?
everybody apparently hated it. Well, because everyone's pissed that Green Book won Best Picture and they think it's a piece of poop.
It is.
Well,
I don't think it was a piece of poop,
I
but
thought it was fine.
it shouldn't have won Best. It shouldn't have won Best Picture.
Why are they pissed about this though?
Because he made it. That's why. Like the film snobs online are like, oh, I hate Peter Farrelly. Like,
Oh my god.
So
he's
was
not
this
the
like
one that
another
voted
serious
for
movie
him
he's trying to
win.
do?
yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
like a drama. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a mix. of the two.
Biographical action comedy.
I also think because
it looks
of
really
his,
weird.
Yeah.
It
I
looks
also
really
think because
weird.
of his resume and previous films, people kind of a bad taste with his name.
Well,
you know?
that's the thing
Like
too.
Green
It's like
Book.
people didn't like hate the fact that he made all these comedies. They hated that he made this film that really was not worthy of winning Best Picture at the Oscars.
Yeah. I liked it.
I liked it too, but it shouldn't have won.
It's no Dumb and Dumber, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Green Book than Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I'm sure
You're
you
nuts.
would. You dumb fuck.
Piece of dick film. October 7th, we've got the new David O. Russell film, Amsterdam.
That could be
Christian
hit or
Bale,
miss. I
Margot
don't know.
Robbie, John David Washington, Chris Rock on Taylor Joy.
Ooh.
Does
Mike
Chris Rock get
Myers.
slapped in this one?
Probably.
I love that Chris Rock is not like bending to make good terms with Will Smith.
I mean, he shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to forget. Like, I'm a grudge holder over stupid shit. If someone slapped me on national TV, I would never fucking associate with them again.
Never,
Like,
Yeah.
never again.
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
I guess there's controversy going on with this film too.
Well, it's because he made it. That's why David O. Russell is not a very beloved filmmaker either.
I don't like him, but he's also like a perv, right, or something.
He's just very emotionally like abusive to his actors and
So
everything.
he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
Dang, Robert De Niro, Rami Malek,
Everyone's in that movie.
Damn.
Taylor Swift.
So many people.
Ooh, T Swift.
Mike Myers
Yeah,
is
she's
in
hot.
it too.
I want to see T Swift act on this dick. Sorry.
Better be better than Cats. Oh my god.
Oh God, I forgot she was in
I
that.
forgot that thing even existed, man.
I was so drunk
Yikes.
when I went to go see that. So drunk.
Probably the only way to watch it.
And even
Oh,
then, it was
yeah.
probably still putrid.
Oh, it was rough. It was rough. But if I weren't drunk, oh my god. I went with 3 of my friends and one of them was sober because he doesn't drink. And I'm like, how did you sit through this movie sober? And
Yeah,
he's like, I don't know.
You got to have some sort of substance for that.
Exactly.
Talking about something you don't need a substance for. October 7th, Hellraiser.
Ooh, wait, this is like a remake.
Yes.
Directed
But
it's the chick. That's
chick,
right.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
fucking chick is playing Pinhead. Fuck
Yeah.
this movie.
Directed
So
by
weird.
David Bruckner, who I like. He did The Ritual and The Night House.
Oh, The
I
Night
feel
House
like-
was really good. The Night House was a good movie.
Like, I don't know. I like
It's
Hellraiser.
weird.
I don't care about the fact it's a chick. It's just like, why do we need another Hellraiser?
I mean, do you like any of those? Have you even seen the first one?
I like the first one.
Yeah, I think the first one's pretty good, but
I've never seen it.
It's definitely like a erotic sort of film.
it is. It's
Erotic
almost
horror.
like, yeah, it's got like some David Cronenberg body horror sort of shit and some weird
Yeah,
erotic
it's,
stuff. But,
it's interesting.
I don't know. That's one of those. There's like literally 50 sequels that you could just
Yeah.
ignore, but the first one's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, it's
horror
coming
movie.
exclusively to Hulu on the 7th of October.
Sounds like a
So
recipe for failure right there. That nobody's gonna
Hulu's got
see.
some good stuff on it, actually. I'm surprised by. But a week later, October 14th, Halloween ends. Boop, 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 boop,
But
boop,
will
boop,
evil
boop.
die tonight?
Evil
Oh.
dies tonight. Evil
Evil
dies
dies
tonight.
tonight.
What a strange trilogy that's turned out to be.
Seriously.
I don't know. Brian, are you into those?
I love the original Halloween just like you guys.
Yeah.
The 2018 one I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And Halloween Kills, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't as wowed by it as I wanted to be.
Right.
I
It's
was entertained. Like I had a fun time watching it, but I've never had a desire of watching it again.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna I'm probably not even gonna rewatch it before this one comes out because it's
Yeah.
so it's really fresh in my memory, but also wasn't that memorable.
Yeah.
I will, because as much as I don't really like it, I kind of want to watch it again. Like it's one I could keep watching for whatever.
They're doing a
reason.
weird time jump in this one. It's jumping ahead to like now, like 2022 in this one. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
When are the last ones supposed to take place?
2018.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
so
it's like the day after the.
Oh, that's
20
right.
Yeah.
So we're kicking ahead a few years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So she's
I kind
gonna
of
be
agree
like
with
safe for 4 years, and then he comes back.
who knows. I kind of agree with both of your guys' assessment of that film. Like, I don't think it was very memorable, but I probably will rewatch it because there's some stuff I liked. But that whole going in, and we talked about it like a couple weeks ago, I think, but that whole going in and recreating shots from the original movie was strange to me. To like
It was strange.
take a classic and like add, alternative cuts. And I don't know. It was different.
Really weird.
I don't know how it's going to end though, and people will be pissed most likely because
Oh, probably.
yeah, you can't satisfy that, that audience, I guess.
What I said when the first one came out was they better kill her in the second one to make anybody give a shit about the third
I
one.
agree. They should have killed her in the second one. That would have been a very powerful ending if they killed her in
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah, but I guess
really-
maybe they thought if she wasn't involved anymore, people wouldn't care.
I really don't know what to expect or what direction it can go. The one good thing about those movies though is the soundtracks are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're
So
fire.
we'll at
Kills
least-
are cool too.
Yeah, well, we will at least have those.
Yeah. October 14th, same day. This is like the weirdest franchise they're making now. White Bird, a Wonder story. You like Wonder, don't you, Seth?
Wait, this is like a sequel from that Jacob Tremblay movie where he looks like Rocky from Mask.
It's a
They're making
companion.
a sequel to
it's a
that?
companion piece. So it's like a multiverse, like a
That's so
Why?
weird.
a universe,
That's so weird.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
directing
strange.
it?
a spin-off prequel, and a companion piece to this 2017 coming of age film Wonder. Mark
Wonder was not
Forster.
bad though.
Mark
Mark
Forster, who did
Oh, he just did
Monsters
Christopher
Ball.
Robin.
Christopher Robin, yeah. World War
Ooh.
Z.
He also did the shittiest Bond film,
Which one? Oh, Quantum of
Quantum
Solace.
Solace.
Yikes. So he's got like a hit or miss. I don't care about the director. I don't really care to watch this.
Yeah, that's
I know,
just
but
so
you
weird,
liked
though.
Wonder, didn't you, Seth?
Wonder was good. It was just, I mean, it's one of those that, its intent is to pull at your heartstrings. It's one of
Right.
those kind of sad. But I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
It's just
As much
weird
as I
that
like to
it's
make fun of
like
him, that one kid did pretty good.
Tremblay.
Yeah.
Tremblay's pretty good. He was like in Doctor Sleep for like 5 minutes, but he was the best part of it.
He was the best part of that whole movie. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, besides Ewan, of course, but
Yeah, but even Ewan can't save a piece of shit like that.
I
Talk
know.
about something I haven't had any desire to go back and watch.
I'm with you guys in the minority. Like, I also despise that movie with a passion. Me and my
love
friends
that
went to go
movie.
see it opening night, and we both hated it. Like,
Yeah.
we were so confused why everybody likes it.
No, that is the minority opinion. That movie's pretty liked. I mean, people think
Wow.
that's a really good sequel. I just
Oh, well, they're nuts.
what do I know?
I
Nothing.
guess we know nothing. October 21st. This seems like a Bryan film. Black Adam.
Yeah, I mean, you could jab at me all you want. I do like DC movies, and I am interested in seeing this. Even though The Rock plays the same character in every single movie that he's in.
I can't
I don't
stand
know.
him.
I'm more interested in DC stuff because they actually take risks. All their films are pretty different from one another, and they don't really care about tying all movies together like Marvel
Right.
does. And I
Right.
mean,
I
we'll talk
agree.
about Marvel movies shortly, but I
Will
like
we?
the fact that DC movies don't
Oh,
like rely
yeah.
on being a part of this universe, even though they are a part of this universe.
I
They're
understand
not like,
that.
oh, Superman did this and Batman did this. Like
Yeah.
in Marvel movies, they have to acknowledge everything else that happened in other movies.
It's all got to be tied together.
Connection.
Oh,
And then someone comes on the screen, everyone, yeah, woo.
like just fuck off. Honestly,
Amen, brother.
Well, the film coming out on the 21st that I'm really excited for, Martin McDonagh's new film, The Banshees of
I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that.
Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson. You see the trailer for this set that gives off like a Calvary vibe a little bit.
No, but you're selling me with that description
Yeah,
because that's a great film.
I
You
love
guys-
some
I
Mad
love
Eye
Martin
Moody.
McDonough.
you guys,
Mad Eye Moody.
if you guys like Three Billboards,
Love it. Great movie.
I thought it was good. I've only seen it that one time, but
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah.
that's one that like weirdly I go back to semi frequently. I really
Yeah.
love that movie.
It's a great film.
Yeah,
The
so I'm
sequence on it, there's a scene that keeps popping online where Lucas Hedges calls his sister a cunt, and she's like, "There'll be no
Yeah.
more cuts in this house. You got the mister? What are you moving
What are you
out?"
leaving? And she looks at him. He's like, it was a gag. It was a gag.
That Lucas Hedges. What
Playing
a
the same
guy.
character in every movie.
He does,
He's-
but he's pretty good usually.
But he is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one
He
I'm
is
fine
good.
with playing the same character.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Like you just kind of, I don't know. Anytime I see him, I'm like, okay, I know what's gonna happen here. But it works.
Oh
Oh
my god.
my god.
Oh no.
This may be my most anticipated movie of the year. Raymond and Ray.
Oh,
two
I'm so
halves.
pumped. Yep.
You guys know what this
McGregor
is?
and Ethan Hawke.
Ewan McGregor, Ethan Hawke. Yeah, this has been on
didn't-
my radar for a long time.
I didn't hear
Hyped.
about this until now.
Because these are two
Two-
powerhouse actors.
Two half brothers reunite at the funeral of their father, with whom both had a bad relationship.
Literally
Oh,
two of the
man.
best actors ever. Like
So
seriously.
distributed
Sounds so
by
good.
Apple TV, produced by Alfonso Cuarón.
Yep,
Ooh.
very excited for it. Sounds great already.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of this. I
Apple's
thought I
pumping
was
out-
like telling you guys something you didn't know.
No.
Apple is pumping out a lot of great content right now with their TV and their films. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this.
Coda was pretty good. Best
Coda was
picture,
good.
I don't know,
No,
but
shouldn't have won.
but pretty good.
Licorice Pizza was the best movie of last year.
Oh fuck. Yeah. What does your dick look like?
Like
a normal dick,
like a normal.
I guess.
Is it circumcised? Yeah. Then you're a fucking Jew.
So good. Man, I love that
God.
movie.
He's PTA is something else.
The best.
But that's a conversation for a different day.
Yes.
October 28th, like you were talking about, Armageddon Time,
Mm-hmm.
with James Gray directing. Let's see here. November 4th. Anybody a fan of Enola Holmes 2?
Oh my god.
But also on the 4th, Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Now
Okay.
that looks good. That looks
I won't even
good.
lie. I want to watch that.
That looks really good, actually.
Like,
yeah,
what
I want to watch that.
For me, I would watch it because it's Radcliffe, but like, what makes
Same.
you guys want to watch it?
Let's just
Daniel, Weird Al. It looks like it
Yeah.
knows what it's gonna
It's
be.
probably going to
and-
be satirical,
yeah.
and it's
It's-
premiering at TIFF in a few weeks. So
Yeah.
and it's
Like-
on the Roku channel. Like,
yeah,
what?
it's weird. I don't know why it's on there of all places. Like that's probably like I'm telling you, like seeing that at TIFF with like a crowd of like film fans. That's probably like an awesome, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be their Midnight Madness premiere.
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
gonna, so like
Sounds
that's
annoying.
a perfect candidate.
I
It
hadn't-
sounds annoying.
I had no clue that was a
Oh my
Roku
God.
channel film. That's kind of
So
weird.
weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I use Roku. I mean, I love Roku, but that's like my preferred streaming thing. But I didn't know they were going to start doing movies on their channel like that.
That's the
So
only
weird.
one that I know of.
Anyways, back to Enola Holmes too. Can't wait for that shit.
Oh, the best picture of the year.
Oh, Millie.
Smelly. uh, November 11th, we've got 2 probably great films and 1 piece of shit. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther.
Oh, that's another
Hey.
Bryan film.
Yeah,
It-
definitely.
No, honestly, it's really sad what happened to Chadwick.
that
I
is
just got
horrible.
noticed. I just got noticed. I think like 2 years ago today was when he passed, and
Shit.
it's really devastating. And honestly, I trust Ryan Coogler. I hope that like the trailer was really like a really well made trailer, but
Yeah.
I'm
I
hoping
thought
that
the
it's
trailer
not.
looked good, but I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, I understand, and I hope that it's not one of those scenarios where they show all this serious stuff and then it ends up being a joke fest.
Right, right.
I don't think it will be, but I don't know.
I don't think the first one was, though.
Well, it really wasn't, but the jokes in the first one sucked. That was like the worst thing about the movie because I think the first Black Panther was at its best when it wasn't joke reliant.
Well, you get a guy like
but-
Ryan Coogler, who isn't known
Exactly.
for comedy, trying to write Marvel
exactly.
jokes.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler. I mean, Fruitvale Station and Creed are both bangers. Those are great movies, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this movie, but I think that in terms of the recent Marvel stuff, it looks way better than pretty much everything that Marvel's pumped out in the last
Okay.
like, many years.
So I don't know anything about Black Panther or anything.
Yeah,
but,
I know what
how
you're going to
does
ask.
well? So did they like kill him off? What is the plot of the movie? How did they
It-
explain that?
it's been confirmed that he dies.
Okay.
Like so,
But then, like,
Okay.
who takes over?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on the
Tidia, right?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be her. I don't know. That's a good question.
As
Maybe
much
they
as
bring
we
back
make-
Michael B. Jordan from the dead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
as
really have
as
no
much
idea.
as we make fun of shit like that, that is really sad that that guy passed away. I mean, so
yeah,
young. and
yeah.
he was a
kinda out
he
of
was
nowhere,
a
you
really
know?
he was a really fucking good actor. Like he was
Yeah.
really good. So
And I mean,
it's really
ju-
sad.
just like the whole sudden nature of his death,
And-
not knowing.
And the
anything
thing
about it.
is, when he was making the first one, he was battling cancer at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So it's like he's moving around a lot. He's
Yeah.
physically fit. So I
Well,
can't even imagine.
And the fact he's doing interviews and he's looking really sickly and
Right.
and skinny, and
traveling
people are
all
like,
around the
he's on
world."
drugs. He's on drugs.
Yeah.
Eat a
That's-
burger, all this bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
I wish Ryan Coogler would come back and do Creed 3, but
I know.
good for him for making a big career with these Marvel films, I guess.
Yeah.
But on the same day, this one I'm very excited about. Steven Spielberg's The Fablemans.
Yep. Sounds great already. I'm
Story
very
of
excited.
story of his life.
Yeah. Paul
Oh,
Dano,
wow.
Michelle Williams, and Seth Rogen are in it.
Oh,
Growing
wow.
up in post World War II era Arizona. He actually went to
Okay.
the high school right down the street from me.
Yeah, I've seen that in high school. I'm glad to see Spielberg doing something like that. Sounds a little more promising. not to rag on some of his recent stuff, but I just have a hard time getting into some of those like House
Courtroom
stuff.
Spies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's just not my thing. So to see him doing something like this sounds pretty promising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Michelle Williams is playing the mother. Paul Dano is playing the father. Judd Hirsch is going to be in it.
Paul Dano, man, good for that guy.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah, I
good
mean,
for
finally
him.
kind of getting the
The old recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, like you talked about, Bryan the Son is coming out. Florian
I'm
Zeller.
so excited for it. Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, Vanessa
Ugh,
Kirby, Anthony
Laura
Hopkins.
Dern.
It just sounds like a really incredible. And honestly, for me, Hugh Jackman is one of those actors that like really should do more stuff like this, because when he like he's so good, and a
Right.
lot of people still look at him as just Wolverine, but he's one of
Yeah.
those actors that
Yep.
has been in the superhero property to where he's proven that he's a really capable actor
Right.
outside of the franchise.
I
Yeah.
agree. Laura Dern, another divorce film that she's going to be in.
Wow.
Will it be like Marriage Story?
She was
Maybe.
so hot in that movie.
Will it
She
be like
was.
Jurassic
She was-
World Dominion? Hopefully.
Oh no, please no.
Maybe I should try watch. I need to watch that today.
No, you don't.
I don't
No, you
need to,
don't.
but curiosity is getting the best of me.
Have you not watched it yet?
No, the runtime is very unappealing.
What is it?
Like
Like
2.5 hours. Yeah.
It was shockingly worse than the second Jurassic World. I really didn't think they were
Ooh.
going to go down, but they did.
I didn't think it was possible to go down any further, but
Oh, it happened.
we'll see. Maybe
Oh.
I'll stick with the Black Phone and Elvis today.
Yes.
Nick, what
November
else you got?
November 18th. Very excited for The Menu, starring Ray Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Looks really cool.
Is that a
Yeah.
food
Cool.
movie?
It is, yeah, but it's like a horror movie, black
Oh.
comedy horror film.
The
Nick
guy that
loves the,
directed
food
it,
movies.
the guy that directed it is like one of the people involved with Succession, which is like one of the best shows on TV right now.
Game of
So
Thrones too.
Game of Thrones, like we'll talk
Ali
about
G
a
in
show
the
that went
house.
down. Ali G in the house.
Classic.
Let's see. November 18th, She Said, the one that you brought up with Carey Mulligan. Let's see. Skipping through the 23rd, Bones and All, Luca Guadagnino.
Very excited for this. Very excited.
I like Taylor Russell. She is very attractive.
She was so good in Waves. She
She
was so
was.
good in that.
She was. And then we're skipping right to December. December 2nd, the other one you brought up, Women Talking, directed by Sarah Polley. Michael Showalter is directing a new film. Spoiler alert, the hero dies. Starring Jim
Spoiler alert.
Parsons.
Spoiler alert.
Big old Jim Parsons.
Oh, Sheldon Cooper?
Yeah, Sheldon Cooper.
That guy's like 50. He looks 20.
Must be
He
nice.
is he is really old. Oh my god.
December 9th, Sam Mendes' new film, Empire of
Oh
Light.
my god. The teaser for this literally just dropped too. This looks
Yeah. Did it?
incredible. It looks so good.
Okay.
A
Olivia
love story
Colman.
that takes place in an English coastal cinema during the 1980s.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the shots in the trailer was like the exterior of a theater, and it had all that jazz and the Blues Brothers like right on front of it. It
oh my God.
It looks so good.
All that
And
jazz, that's all you needed to say.
Exactly. One of the best
Man.
films of all time.
Oh my God.
But Sam Mendes too. That's
He incredible filmmaker.
Oh.
Very honestly a pretty underrated filmmaker too. Like
He
nobody
is.
ever really talks about him,
I
which is
agree with
shocking
that.
because everyone wouldn't shut up, and rightfully so, about 1917. But
Yeah.
you would think Oscar winning filmmaker, and nobody talks about him.
Right.
So
He's
Oscar
kind
winning
of,
filmmaker like almost 30 years ago now.
yeah.
he
He
won
does
for
kind
his
of fly
first
under the
film.
radar.
That's very rare for someone to win an Oscar for their first film that they've ever directed. So that's
Well,
impressive. That
when it's as good as American Beauty.
Great film.
Oh God. December 14th, A Man Called Otto, which is a remake of a film called A Man Called Ove, a Swedish film, but it's starring Tom Hanks.
Now, is that like, I haven't seen anything about that. Or is this is this completed, for sure? Like it's actually come out?
Release date
I
December
think they
14th.
shot it already. I think they
Okay.
already shot it.
They wrapped filming in May of 22.
Hmm.
It was originally set for December 25th, but they pushed it up to the 14th.
You guys watch Finch?
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen it.
It's really it's pretty good. It's not great. Won't blow your mind, but it's a good movie. Better than fucking Greyhound.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Yeah, I mean, just like talk about generic, boring shit.
Ugh. War. December 16th, the big one. Avatar: The Way of Twatter.
Wow, it only took fucking how many years has that been in development?
He's going to put out
31
more
years.
movies than it took to put out one other one.
Oh, and they're all
Jesus.
shot, aren't they?
At least,
I think he shot 2 of them already.
So
God
strange.
damn.
I don't get it. I don't
I
know why
don't-
he has. I don't know why he has to make 4 sequels. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. One sequel, fine. Maybe
Right.
another one, okay. But like 4, what could you possibly tell in 5
Yeah,
films?
and like when
I
did the first Avatar come out? Like it feels like that,
2009.
2008.
like that boat's
9,
kind of
yeah.
passed, you know?
I was in 6th grade when that first
Yeah.
one came out.
I mean, like make a sequel earlier than that, you know?
Seriously,
I just like have not a lot of hype for this.
where's the Titanic 4K?
Oh God, Una Chaplin's in it. Never
seriously.
mind.
Shit.
Who?
Titanic 4K.
Una Chaplin.
Oh,
Is she related to Charlie?
She's his granddaughter.
Hmm.
She's in Game of Thrones as well. She's
Oh, that's right.
right.
I know who that is.
yeah. I think she was also she was in that Taboo show too. She's super
Mm.
hot. Very hot. Yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing the posters and I'm not really feeling much for Way of Water.
I've never even seen Avatar all the way through. I mean, I've fallen asleep watching
it's
it.
it's not the same when you watch it at home. It's really
Yeah.
not the same.
It's one of those theatrical.
Yeah, and they're
It's like-
re-releasing it too. But
Yeah.
It's so
I don't know.
perplexing to me that it did what it did.
yeah,
I get like the Marvel properties and stuff, but like Avatar, Pocahontas Part 2, like
yeah.
December 16th. This is actually the better film. I'll be excited to watch Matilda.
This is a musical that they're doing.
Is this Netflix?
musical. It's coming to Netflix, yeah. Emma Thompson playing Miss Trunchbull.
That's a weird casting. It's very weird.
You- on the Broadway show, usually it's a dude playing Trunchbull.
Ray Fiennes was supposed to play him.
That would have been great.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to play him, and then he dropped out. I think to do the menu.
Ooh, Stephen Graham is playing Mr. Wormwood.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, he's very good. Matilda, most hyped film of the year. Couple more here. December 23rd, we've got Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery.
I'm very excited for this. I really liked the first Knives Out. Ethan
How
Hawke
is-
is supposed to be in this, so I'm very excited.
How
about
does
that.
this connect to that? Is it like the same people or?
It's just like
It's
a
just
different
Daniel
mystery
Craig.
that
Yeah,
Daniel
different
Craig has
mystery.
to solve.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's a good. If they're gonna do a sequel to that or a successor, that's the good way to do it. You know?
Yeah,
Just
just get
keep-
like an
Yeah. Keep one common element. Keep it
and
moving.
then get a whole new
Mm-hmm.
ensemble cast and
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, Edward Norton, Catherine Hahn, Kate Hudson, Dave Bautista, Ethan Hawke.
Great
Interesting.
cast.
And then December 25th, Seth's favorite director coming out with a film called Babylon, Damien Chazelle.
What is this about?
I think it's about early Hollywood, like 1930s Hollywood,
I mean,
set in
that
the
sounds-
jazz age of the 20s during Hollywood's transition from silent films to talkies.
Okay.
I'm hyped.
See, Damien might have me with this one though. That
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
good.
hyped. I love
Okay.
all this stuff.
Here we
I mean,
go.
I like Whiplash a lot.
Listen to this. Listen to this cast: Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, Samara Weaving, Catherine Waterston, Flea,
Wow.
Lucas Haas, Eric Roberts,
Wow.
Olivia Wilde,
Oh no.
Spike Jones, Tobey
Oh.
Maguire as Charlie Chaplin.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
I forgot about that.
Finally, Eric Roberts is back in a big film and moving on from the Lifetime.
He's probably gonna be like a side character that gets 2 minutes of screen time.
Then I walked to my mom's living room. She's watching something on Lifetime. It was like The Bad Doctor 6, and it was Eric Roberts. I'm like, what the fuck? That
Is
guy
she,
literally
like,
does
80?
everything. No, she just likes those movies though. Like, of course it's Eric Roberts.
I think you have to kill her.
Maybe.
Well,
what do you got
I,
here? We got 7 minutes left.
I don't think you're going to be watching this, Seth. The runtime is 185 minutes.
Woo!
It's like Titanic.
God, I got to be in the mood for that.
But that wraps it up for the rest of the year.
Well, a lot of good stuff still coming out.
Yeah, probably the better stuff.
Yes.
I love the Batman, but I don't want it to be my number one.
That's
If
your number
right-
one,
if-
pal. You've got some issues.
If right now you had to make a list, would that be on there, Seth? Because of lack
Well, I don't
of.
think I've even seen 10 movies from.
That's what I'm saying. Would it
So
be
yeah,
on-
it would probably be on there for sure. Actually, I know it would be. This is usually the time of year when it starts to come up where I can knock some of this bullshit off the list and get some good movies in the rotation.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, we're gonna have to hear your thoughts on some of these movies when you get the chance to watch them.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will be talking to you guys about
Yes.
them, and probably brag about what celebrities I see,
Yes,
and if I
God.
meet them.
Can't wait to see your pictures with some other hot chicks from Hollywood.
Kate Blanchett is supposedly coming to the film festival,
Oh,
Great.
so
Get a
God.
nice selfie with her.
oh my god, I'll probably pass away after that.
Oh man. So 6 minutes left. You guys watch anything you want to talk about recently? Anything interesting?
I watched Five Easy Pieces for the first time.
Oh,
What'd
It
you
was
think
pretty
about that?
good. Pretty good film. Pretty
Okay.
good.
I
And
like
then I
that.
watched another film that Jack did with that same director, The King of Marvin Gardens, which I wasn't as enthused about, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
Jack was so restrained in that movie because you're used to seeing him play these very bombastic, loud, angry characters, but this one he was very calm and mellow.
Do you have that box set? Is that where you're watching these?
I
Okay.
do have that box set. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bob Raffleson.
I love
I need to
Five Easy
watch The
Pieces.
Last Picture Show soon. I need to watch that. I've
Oh.
never seen it.
Oh, God.
Shit, that's the best movie in that set, no doubt.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I've
so
heard.
good.
And now they're putting out a 4K version in the new Columbia Classics
Oh,
set.
Man, I don't know. That's crazy.
I already have that
always
pre-ordered.
always find a way to get you to double dip, but I do
Yeah.
love those movies. Something kind of satisfying about when Jack leaves his woman stranded at the end of Five Easy Pieces, but he just fucking leaves her. I like that.
Oh.
That's great.
I love that ending. That was a great ending.
Yeah, Nick, how about you?
Not really a whole lot. I rewatched Mary Poppins for the first time since like a long time, like before I started using Letterboxd, and God, I love that movie.
It's good.
so
I haven't
good.
seen that in a long time either.
Great. Dick Van Dyke. Oh, so good.
Yep.
But I found a new appreciation for a lot of the songs that I didn't care for as a kid, especially like the ones later in the movie, like when the dad is singing about
Tuppence.
oh feed the birds. Like I would always tune out at that point, but now
good
it's
shit.
like one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
I haven't
of the
seen that
movie.
in a long time. Wouldn't mind
But-
revisiting that.
Yeah, rewatched that one. I want to watch again Saving Mr. Banks, but that one makes me like fucking bawl.
That's a
Yeah.
great fucking movie.
Something about like when she's in the theater watching Mary Poppins,
Like,
thinking
Oh.
about her.
she's a bitch the whole time until the end. You finally see some
Literally.
humanity,
Yeah, and then she's like thinking of her dad and
Yeah.
crying,
Oh.
and
That is a good one.
Tom Hanks is like trying to console her, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Penguins,
Oh man.
penguins."
Got to talk about one that I rewatched since we have the New Jersey guy on here, and I know he loves this classic, the Zach Braff masterpiece,
That's
Garden State, baby.
one of the
I wanted to,
top
I
10
wanted to
top
talk with
10
you about
films
this.
of all time. Top 10 films of all time for me.
That movie is so fucking good. Dude.
I love that you made your profile picture that
Oh.
shot of him in front of the wallpaper.
Major announcement, folks. Garden State entered my top films after watching it. So
Top 50 or 10?
So 50, but it's gonna make its way up. I love that.
I
film.
love that film. I love Wish I Was Here.
Oh man,
Scrubs is my favorite comedy show of all time.
Dude,
oh, did you hear that he and Florence broke up? They just broke up.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they just broke
Quietly.
up.
Man, I knew that
More
wasn't gonna
drama
last
with
too
her.
long. Yeah, she's too
No,
wild. for
I'm
old-
so happy you guys love Garden State because there's a lot of people that are like, it sucks. Oh my god. Like how does it suck? It's so good though.
I know some people think it's like a pretentious,
Yeah.
but I just think it's
For a
great.
debut from an actor, it's
Yeah.
so good. And like literally that first needle drop where they play that Coldplay song is like
Oh,
perfect.
The
It's
music
perfect.
is fucking great.
He's
And
so
my
good
favorite-
at picking music.
He
He did
is
that
one of
on
those-
Scrubs. He did that on Scrubs a lot. He would pick a
Yeah.
lot of the music, and that's why the music on that show was like so sublime. It was
he is one of
incredible.
those directors, and they just has like a taste for picking the perfect songs. But
Oh, I
Absolutely.
still listen to the songs from Wish I Was Here.
oh yeah, I love in
frequently.
that movie when they're
Oh.
gathered on the fire though, and you find out what really happened with his mom. It's just such like
Oh my
that's-
god.
I mean, man, it gets me every
and then
time.
and then it has probably maybe my favorite film ending of all time.
Oh, it's
in
so
the
fun.
airport.
So,
Incredible.
so
Might
good. I
have
had to
to
touch
watch
on that
it.
real
Phenomenal.
quick.
Just incredible.
Yeah, so good. Had to touch on that real quick with the New Jersey guy here because that's a classic.
Absolutely.
I have to watch that today.
Yeah, it's so good. Well, you guys, we're running low on time here. Any closing thoughts?
I've been rewatching Breaking Bad with T. We're getting pretty close to the end.
Well, that's
Oh.
cool. Why not try
Yeah.
something new?
We are, for her. It's new.
That's okay. You know what? I stand corrected.
We tried starting it like when we first started dating, and like we'd stop at like end of the first season, then we try again end of the second season. It just never happened. But now we're halfway through
It's
the
funny.
last season. I think
Funny
it's
you
gonna
should say that
happen.
because I was just talking to my 85-year-old grandma and she's watching Breaking Bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
because she's real into
awesome.
Netflix. Ever since my grandpa died, she doesn't really have anything to do, so she watches
Oh,
TV and shit.
that's so
I was
sad.
like, wow, it's kind of interesting, Grandma.
She like
Watching.
it?
Oh yeah, she's like going into season 5. So
Fuck.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's when things really take off.
yeah. Brian, where can the audience find you?
So you guys could follow me online pretty much anywhere: Twitter, Letterboxd, YouTube at Bryan Suffield, and you guys could find my podcast Film Fragments on any podcasting platform if you're interested in listening to it. If not, I totally understand.
No, if any of you guys who have, any of you 5 listeners, you made it this far, definitely go check out Brian's podcast. I think if you like our stuff, you'll like what he's doing over there. He's got a little bit of a classier spin on it with some nice, informative guests and a lot of good discussion over there. So, Brian, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, man. We'll have to do this again. And like I said, look forward to hearing your thoughts on some of these films that you get to see while the rest of us average citizens have to wait.
Peasants.
Guys, it's episode 171 of the Cinema Scumbags podcast in the books. Thank you guys for listening. As always, go fuck yourselves.